This isn't just a museum, it's a testament to human ambition. Stand beneath the massive Saturn V rocket, where white tablecloths meet sizzling bone and ribeyes. This isn't just steak, it's an experience. A city where history whispers through towering glass and concrete, and cultures blend like colors on a painter's brush. It's where the journey to the stars began, and where everyday stories still unfold under the wide Texas sky. This is Houston, built on bayous, driven by dreams, and forever reaching for the stars. It's a city of quiet giants, loud flavors, and big hearts. Welcome to Batuta Revisited, where we walk the streets, trace the stories, and uncover the soul of the places we think we know. Today, we begin in Houston. In this tour, we'll explore the soul of the Space City, its roots, its rhythm, and the treasures hidden in plain sight. Houston was founded in 1836 on the banks of Buffalo Bayou by two ambitious land investors, the Allen brothers, who named it after Sam Houston, the revered general who led Texas to victory at San Jacinto and helped secure its independence from Mexico. What began as a patch of swampy land soon grew into a vital trade center, expanding with the railroad, booming with oil, and reaching for the stars in the age of spaceflight. When NASA opened the Johnson Space Center, Houston earned its title as Space City, and a place in history that echoed beyond Earth. But Houston's true power isn't just in its industries, it's in its people. Waves of immigrants, pioneers, and workers shaped a city that today stands as one of the most diverse in the nation. In Houston, the landmarks don't just stand, they speak, echoing stories of ambition, beauty, and belonging. At the top of Houston's story is Space Center Houston, the gateway to NASA's Johnson Space Center. This isn't just a museum, it's a testament to human ambition. Stand beneath the massive Saturn V rocket, touch a real moon rock, and walk through the legacy of missions that redefined what's possible. This is where Earth first reached for the stars and brought back stories. Step into the intellectual and cultural heart of the city, the Museum District. With 19 world-class institutions, it's a neighborhood of ideas, dense, diverse, and deeply moving. From the fine art collections of the Museum of Fine Arts, to the truth-telling walls of the Holocaust Museum, to the scientific marvels at the Museum of Natural Science. This is where Houston teaches, remembers, and imagines. Right beside the museums is Herman Park, a green, breathing canvas spread across 445 acres. Here, oak trees sway over quiet trails. McGovern Lake glimmers under Texas skies. It's a place to pause, reflect, and let the noise of the city fall away. Within the bounds of Herman Park lies the Houston Zoo, home to over 6,000 animals. It's not just a stop for families, it's a conservation hub, a learning space, and a quiet invitation to reconnect with the natural world. Buffalo Bayou Park stretches over 160 acres, a ribbon of green threading through the urban core. It's where Houston's natural and man-made worlds meet. Biking trails curve past wildflower meadows. Modern art peeks from unexpected corners, and the skyline follows you like a shadow. walk under centuries-old oaks, kayak along slow-moving water, or wait by Wall Drive Bridge at dusk when 250,000 bats rise into the evening like a living cloud. It's a place that changes with the light and never shows you the same face twice. In the center of downtown lies Discovery Green, a park with a pulse. 12 acres of music, light, food, and festivals. One afternoon here can feel like a season, full of movement, color, and community. Minute Maid Park and Toyota Center Houston lives and breathes through its teams. Minute Maid Park, home of the Astros. Toyota Center, home of the Rockets. These aren't just stadiums, they're arenas of energy, memory, and collective joy. And finally, there's the Galleria, a monument to modern life. More than 400 stores, global cuisine, an ice rink under glass ceilings. It's not just shopping, it's spectacle, a different kind of city inside the city. These aren't just places to see, they're chapters in Houston's story. But beyond the headlines and postcards, the city hides a quieter magic, waiting to be discovered. Smither Park is a kaleidoscope built from broken things. Every wall, bench, and surface is covered in intricate mosaics made from mirrors, bottle caps, ceramics, and memories, handcrafted by local artists over years. It's not just public art, it's living art, always changing, always telling new stories in tile and glass. Beneath the grass of Buffalo Bayou Park lies something ancient and surreal. A vast underground reservoir known as the Cistern. Built in 1926 and rediscovered decades later, it's now an eerie, echo-filled space that hosts immersive art installations. A forest of concrete columns, water that ripples like a mirror, and silence that speaks louder than sound. It feels less like a building, more like a secret cathedral. The Orange Show is a monument to one man's obsession. Built by postman Jeff McKissack over 25 years using found objects, pipes, tiles, and scrap metal. It's strange, whimsical, and oddly beautiful. A celebration of individuality that defies explanation and invites wonder. You don't just look at the Orange Show, you wander through it, and you wonder. A few miles southwest of downtown lies the Mahatma Gandhi district, a stretch of shops and restaurants where South Asia meets Houston. Here, the scent of masala floats through grocery stores, and neon signs glow in Tamil, Urdu, and Hindi. It's where you'll find some of the best biryani, dosas, and sweets in the city, and a sense of community that feels like home. These hidden corners may not headline guidebooks, but they shape the soul of the city. And speaking of soul, let's talk about the people who gave Houston its voice. Cities are built with steel and concrete, but their true foundations are people who dared to shape the world beyond them. Barbara Jordan wasn't just a voice in the room. She was the room's moral center. Born in Houston's Fifth Ward, she rose to become the first Southern black woman elected to the U.S. House of Representatives. Her speeches thundered with clarity and conviction, especially during Watergate, when the entire nation leaned in to listen. Jordan didn't just represent Houston, she gave it a conscience. Burt Long Jr. painted not just with color, but with history, memory, and soul. A self-taught artist from Houston's Third Ward, his work, vibrant, layered, and deeply personal, challenged and celebrated Black identity in equal measure. His sculptures and murals live on in the city's museums and streets, whispering truths to those who slow down enough to see. Inside the operating room, Dr. Michael DeBakey was a force of nature. Based at Houston's Texas Medical Center, he revolutionized cardiovascular surgery, inventing tools and techniques that still save lives today. He didn't just make Houston a global leader in medicine, he gave time back to the world. Before he became a global name as Sheldon Cooper on The Big Bang Theory, Jim Parsons was just a theater kid growing up in Houston. His blend of humor, timing, and emotional depth brought a new kind of brilliance to television. And even on the biggest stages, he never lost the quiet, thoughtful charm that Houston instilled in him. There was a grace to Patrick Swayze in every movement, every line. Born and raised in Houston, trained in ballet and theater here, he carried a sense of discipline and warmth into iconic roles in Dirty Dancing and Ghost. Swayze wasn't just a star, he was a craftsman, shaped by the heartbeat of this city. Third Ward, that's where it began. Beyonce Knowles grew up in Houston and took it with her wherever she went. Her voice moved generations, her artistry shattered expectations, and her power came from authenticity. In every beat, in every performance, Houston echoes back through her music. The stallion didn't just emerge from Houston, she charged out of it. With unapologetic confidence, razor-sharp lyrics, and hometown pride in every bar, she put a new voice, bold, fierce, and fearless, into the world. She carries the city on her back, and she makes sure you know it. Honorary Mentions. Some stories stretch far beyond their origin, but they still trace back to Houston. George H.W. Bush, 41st President of the United States, chose to plant roots here. His legacy lives in Houston's civic heart. Renee Zellweger, raised in the Houston suburbs, carried the quiet strength of Texas into roles that won hearts and Oscars. And Travis Scott, born in Missouri City, carved a sound that feels like Houston's streets, bass-heavy, genre-bending, and unmistakably local. These voices in music, medicine, politics, and art are the pulse beneath Houston, and if you really want to feel that pulse, you'll find it where the city gathers to eat. If you want to understand a city, don't ask for directions, ask what's for dinner. In Houston, barbecue is a ritual, and Truth BBQ is sacred ground. Thick, smoky brisket with a perfect bark, jalapeno cheddar sausage that sings. This is Texas-style barbecue, done slow, done right, and done with respect for every hour that fire and time spent together. Across from West Alabama Ice House, there's a modest taco truck with a line that tells you everything. Tacos. Tierra Caliente serves street tacos the way they're meant to be. Hot, fast, flavorful, and unforgettable. 2 bites in, and you'll know why locals never tell tourists about this place, because they want to keep it for themselves. In a city known for fusion, crawfish and noodles created its own genre, Vietnamese Cajun. Boiled crawfish drenched in buttery garlic spice. East meets Gulf Coast. It's messy, it's loud. And it's exactly what Houston tastes like when cultures collide in the best way possible. Steakhouse elegance lives at Pappas Brothers, where white tablecloths meet sizzling bone and ribeyes. This isn't just steak, it's an experience. With world-class wine and service that remembers your name, Pappas is where Houston celebrates big nights, tough wins, and everything in between. Tucked into a humble strip mall, Himalaya is a culinary landmark, a South Asian menu with Texas swagger, chicken hara masala, hunter's beef, and biryani that turns strangers into loyalists. Even Anthony Bourdain found his way here and called it unforgettable. Not everything has to be polished. Sometimes it just has to be right. Vinny's in East Downtown serves up thick slices, house sodas, and that no-fuss, late-night energy you can't fake. It's not New York pizza, it's Houston pizza. Bold, honest, and exactly what you need at midnight. Before the sun rises, ovens at Shipley Do-Nuts are already humming. Founded in Houston in 1936, it's more than a breakfast stop. It's a tradition. Glazed, chocolate-filled, or still warm in the box, every bite is a time machine. This is where Tex-Mex royalty began. Ninfa's isn't just a restaurant. It's a love letter written in tortillas and grilled fajitas. Founded by Mama Ninfa Lorenzo, it brought fire, family, and flavor to the city, and never lost its soul. From food trucks to fine dining, strip malls to white linen tables, Houston doesn't just feed you, it welcomes you. And if it all feels a little larger than life, maybe that's because you've seen it before. On screen, in stories, in songs. Sometimes a city becomes more than a place. It becomes a backdrop, a symbol, even a character in the world's imagination. Apollo 13.
Houston, we have a problem.
Few lines in film history are more iconic, and none carry the name of a city so far into orbit. Apollo 13 didn't just immortalize NASA's grit. It made Houston synonymous with calm under pressure. Boyhood. Richard Linklater's Boyhood quietly captured everyday life across Texas, with scenes unfolding in Houston's schools, neighborhoods, and side streets. It didn't romanticize the city, it honored it. The ordinary became cinematic, because Houston's beauty often lives in its realness. Rushmore, 1998. Wes Anderson's breakout film, Rushmore, was shot almost entirely in Houston, blending prep school oddities with city landmarks like St. John's School and North Shore High. Whimsical, weird, and distinctly personal, much like Houston itself. The Big Bang Theory. It's subtle, but Houston hums beneath the surface of the Big Bang Theory. Jim Parsons, a Houston native, plays Sheldon Cooper, who grew up in Texas, studied at Rice University, and often references his fictional Houston childhood with deadpan precision. Beyoncé, Flawless, Formation, and More Beyoncé doesn't just reference Houston. She weaves it into her lyrics, her fashion, her videos. Third Ward, H-Town, rodeo boots, and slabs. To the world, she's a superstar. To Houston, she's family, carrying its pride into every verse. Houston hip-hop scene, DJ Screw and Screwed Up Click. Long before the world caught on, Houston had already created its own sound. DJ Screw's slowed-down, syrupy mixtapes gave rise to a whole movement, birthing artists like UGK, ZRO, and Fat Pat. This wasn't just music. It was a sound you felt in your bones. Terms of Endearment by Larry McMurtry. Set in Houston, this novel offers an emotionally sharp and surprisingly funny portrait of life, aging, and family. McMurtry shows Houston not through landmarks, but through living rooms, sidewalks, and heartbreak, the human side of the city. From slow jams to rocket launches, indie films to international stages, Houston isn't just on the map. It's in the soundtrack, the frame, the story. Those cities are more than skylines and streets. They're built from echoes of voices, footsteps, meals shared, songs played, risks taken, and dreams pursued. Houston isn't just a place on the map. It's a pulse beneath it, sprawling, stubborn, soulful. And whether you've walked its boulevards or only seen it through a screen, one thing is certain: Houston stays with you. This has been Batuta Revisited. Until the next city, the next voice, the next untold story, keep wandering. If this journey moved you, like, share, and subscribe, and help bring these stories to more curious minds around the world.